Most Oregonians are simply unaware that every day clinics are providing secret abortions on girls as young as 15 years old without any legal obligation to notify a parent.
It sounds unbelievable, but it's true. I was 15 when I decided to go to the clinic with my boyfriend. It was supposed to be just a consultation because I wasn't sure I wanted to have an abortion. When we got there, the nurse gave me some pills she said would make me feel less nervous. I later found out I was given Valium.
It should come as no surprise that many of these same girls, having gone through this experience alone, go on to suffer depression and drug and alcohol abuse.
Our daughter's behavior was out of control, and we didn't know why. With just 3 weeks left to graduation, she dropped out of school.
As a psychiatrist, I've treated many young girls who've suffered from post-traumatic stress and depression after unwanted pregnancies. Teenagers believe that they are ready to take care of themselves. Unfortunately, most are not cognitively or emotionally mature enough to go through this difficult traumatic experience by themselves.
I remember the screeching of the aspiration machine, and I remember my boyfriend starting to cry. Afterwards, I felt so alone and angry. I just wanted my life to be over.
The worst cases are often those who have gone through an unwanted pregnancy alone because they've chosen to keep it from their parents.
Our current abortion policy regarding minors is simply not good medicine. As a gynecologist, I know that young teen girls often can't tell you their own medical history. They don't ask questions, they don't even know they can ask. If they keep their pregnancy and subsequent abortion a secret from their parents, it is very unlikely they will tell them about any complications if and when they do arise.
When my mom finally found out about my abortion, 8 months later, she kept on saying, "You should have told me. Why didn't you tell me?"
The fear of disappointing a parent is one of the most powerful emotions that a teenager can have. Critics will argue that parental notification is unnecessary because girls with good parents will tell them voluntarily. In reality, it's often the children who are closest to their parents who have the hardest time telling them this difficult news. I found that the trauma of facing an abortion alone often outweighs the trauma of the abortion itself.
Unfortunately, there are rare instances of parental abuse of pregnant teenagers. That's why the parental notification bill ensures that any girl who feels threatened can obtain a simple judicial bypass. Now you're going to hear that judicial bypass doesn't work, that it's too complicated, that girls simply won't use it. Well, the truth is, judicial bypass is easy to access and requires the judge to provide a prompt response. And currently, judicial bypass is working successfully in 35 states across the country.
As a father and a law enforcement officer, I understand the importance of judicial bypass. Judicial bypass helps us to identify cases of abuse in a home rather than sending young girls back to be victimized again. It's frustrating to have our hands tied. We know that 29% of Oregon girls 17 and under who have abortions are sexually involved with men over 20. I understand the policy of secrecy was intended to protect girls' privacy. Unfortunately, we've ended up protecting sexual predators as well.
I support parental notification because I am a doctor and a mother. I know that no matter how well I do my job, I can never take the place of the young girl's parents. These girls need all the support they can get, and doctors deserve the opportunity to give them the best care possible. That means involving the parents.
I have to believe that if her father and I would have been notified before the abortion, we would have been able to guide her through the most difficult time in her life. And we could have helped her avoid some of the turmoil that followed. An unregulated process stole any chance we had to support our daughter. I believe that Oregon parents deserve that chance.
I got involved with parental notification because I don't want another frightened 15-year-old to make the same mistakes I did. I thought I had met the guy that I was going to marry, but he left me. It was my parents who stayed. Notifying parents when their daughter needs them may not always be the easy thing, but it's the right thing. I believe parental notification will help Oregon teenagers. I know it would have helped me.